Kia ora, hello, welcome everyone to the stream. It has been a while, I do apologise. Been over a week now, but hopefully we're on the mend, so see how things go tonight. But yeah, great to see everyone here. Eric the Crazy Viking, thank you so much, sir. Great to have you here. KK Great Vids, awesome to have you here, mate. And hit Crongen Donald. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. So we are on the absolutely stunning map Geistal. It has actually been a while since I've been on it. I have sort of skipped a few of the days, and yeah, Thursday my time is Geistal day. So we've sort of been skipping it, but that's an amazing map. Yeah, you wouldn't know looking down at those fields down there that they are off the map. They are not on the map. Absolutely stunning. The railway line is basically the edge of the map. But yeah, we are on this map. We own a mill, and we have to try and grow enough crops if we can to keep the mill going. So we have just finished the harvest, and so now we're going to do some baling. Sorry to hear that, KK Great Vids. Yeah, it's not good when you're not feeling good, I can tell you. Yeah, so I hope everyone had a great week last week, and you're all having a great week this week. Let's watch this machine do its thing. That's amazing. So I do have a couple of mods to make baling easier. One is to just widen the pickup by just a fraction. It's just a little bit wider than the standard pickup. Seems to work quite well. Not ludicrously big like some of the Colossus equipment. But yeah, it works quite well. And the other one I've got is the mod that stops the circular baler when the chamber is full and ejects the bale out for you. And thank you to everyone that has stuck with me, even though I haven't been streaming for the last week. My sub count only went down by about I think 2 or 3, so appreciate everyone just hanging around. Daytona 500 was good last Sunday. Awesome. Yeah, we don't get to see that here. We sort of focus more on the Bathurst in October. That's a race over in Australia. Basically, they climb a mountain and then scream down a long straight from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the mountain. Hey Tobias, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yes, it has been a while. It's been a while for you to be on the channel, and it's been a while since I've actually streamed. So thank you for joining. Do appreciate it. Hope you and everyone in your family as well. Yeah, it is very localized there, KK Great Vids, but yeah, if you look up Bathurst, Mount Panorama, you'll see some YouTube videos about it. And it usually features on most of the racing games. It was on Project Motor Racing, and it was released in, do we say its name? Project Motorsport. KK Great Vids, we have basically a company called Sky Sports, and they charge a fortune to watch sports on their pay-per-view channel. So yeah, I don't watch a lot of sports, basically. Too busy on Farm Sim. So we don't really need the straw, but just doing the straw to earn a little bit of extra cash, basically. Yeah, so Australia sort of went for the like the touring car option. Like Europe has the Mercedes and BMWs and all that racing around. Ford Australia had basically two brands. Sorry, Australia had two brands, Ford and Holden, which was General Motors, and they were basically sedans with V8s, and they'd go screaming around this mountain circuit. Awesome, mate. Last time you were live, I was working, so it was hard for me to watch. Today I'm working in the afternoon, so today I can see you live. Hey, awesome, mate. Great to have you here. And this is an absolute stunning map. As soon as I saw the map, I knew I had to play a game on it. R.I.P. Dale Earnhardt, eh? Been 25 years. Here in New Zealand, we've had a few motorsport drivers. Some of them were in the Formula One, and I think a couple are actually in the US at the moment, racing on the circuits over there. So, but yeah, had great names like Denny Helm. He was Formula One. Bruce McLaren. He went on to form the McLaren Motorsport team, which then went on to make the McLaren supercars. NASCAR does Ford, Chevy, Dodge, and Toyota. Yeah, Toyota never entered into the Australian racing. Like I say, it was mainly just Ford and Holden. Although they don't have Holden anymore, so it's now the Camaro. But I don't follow it like I used to. When I used to follow it, it was good because the car that they'd be racing on the Sunday would be a car you could go and buy off the showroom floor on Monday if you had the money. You know, the body and all that was as it came out of the factory, whereas nowadays Australia's gone very similar to NASCAR, which is basically just a space frame with a fiberglass body on top of it to make it look like it's a Ford or a GM or a Toyota. And I feel like it's lost some of its charm. Yeah, Marcus Ambrose. Peter Brock was a big name back in the 70s and 80s. Yeah, well, Ford. So we used to have the Ford Falcon. I don't know. You might be able to see it in the background. There. That's a 1971 Ford Falcon. Um, and that was built specifically to win Bathurst. And um, yes, that was a Ford Falcon that they raced against Holden Commodore, Holden Monaro. But now both Ford Australia and Holden are no longer operating in Australia. They've been closed down by the parent companies. So Ford had to import Mustangs in. So Ford races the Mustang, and GM races the Camaro. So yeah, I think the Mustang and the Camaro are fairly similar vehicles. So, but like I say, it's not the same now. Yeah, they're basically space framed, and I guess it could be safer for the drivers, but yeah, it's not. To me, it's not the same. Don't know what Giants did in the last update, but I'm really noticing failures in the shadow system of the game. Hey, Cher, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yep, I'm back. Thanks. Hey, and Bad Pumpkin, hello, welcome in. Have a great night. Dropped a like on the way to bed. Fair enough. You have a good sleep, my friend. Thank you for joining. Hey, Eric. Good to have you there on the horizontal stream. That's okay, Cher. No problem. I just couldn't find you when I looked for you on the system, and yeah, I didn't want to message the wrong person. Yeah, everything has to meet code now. I'm still old school, where you take a a car off of the production line, stick a roll cage in it, and race it. Yes, Cher, thank you so much. The very kind words. And thank you for putting the pictures on Discord too. It looks like an amazing place. Hey, BJNZ, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Great to see you here. Kia ora, Bird9, welcome in. It was fantastic and emotional. I can imagine it would have been, Cher. Now I've got to think about how I'm going to pick these up. Actually missed that Anderson baler that had the claw that would pick up bales stacked like this. It was really good. Right, this might be the last bit. I'll pop out and see if I can find anything. Oh no, we've got one strip down there still. Right, I think that might be it for the bales. What was the total amount of bales that we got? That 42 all up. Oh no, that would be including the alfalfa bales that we made. So Right, well, I might go and sell these bales straight away. And while I think about it, I should change this back to the local currency. It's the trouble when you're on different maps. You're on a UK-based map one day, and next day you're on a US map, and then another time you're on a Euro map. In real life, you would stop checking your baler and then empty it. Yes. Yes, you would. Yeah, so some exciting news on Ultimate Farmer front. They have opened up a Discord channel and are putting a whole lot of polls up just to get an idea of what the community expects from a game. It's quite interesting. And they have accepted me as a creative partner. Doesn't mean much at the moment, but he's it just means that we're on a separate channel in Discord. So we may get some information beforehand. That may be, behind a non-disclosure agreement. I would have to wait and see, but if it isn't, I'll be letting you guys know as soon as I can let you know, if that makes sense. Hey, and FS Farmer, thank you so much for the $4 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. I will have a beer on you, definitely, sir. Although I did hear Mr. Clarkson got into trouble, saying that £6.50 was too much for a pint of beer, and yet his restaurant and pub charges £6.75. But no, thank you so much, FS Farmer. Welcome in. Been great to see you back as well, sir. Great to have you back streaming. And Farm Roland, hello, welcome in. Thank you. Yeah, pounds. Yeah, I grew up with dollars. New Zealand switched over to decimal currency in the mid-60s, and when they changed over to decimal, they changed to dollars and cents. So only currency I've ever known is dollars and cents. But my mum and grandmother and they actually grew up with the pounds, shillings, and pence, and not decimal pounds, but the old pounds. The ones that are awkward to work out. Premier footballers live, so it's really expensive. Yeah. Well, they've got the money to splash around, haven't they? BJNZ 1967 was my first year at high school. Oh, awesome, mate. Yeah, I was born a little bit after that. Not much though. I remember my grandmother had a song. You might know him. He was a New Zealand folk singer, not in the the hippie folk scene, but just as in popular New Zealand singer called Rod Derrick. I don't know if you know him, BJNZ. If you look closely, one from Macca's, you see it says New Zealand instead of New Zealand dollar. Yeah, yeah. He's definitely put a lot of work into this map. This tunnel is stunning. If anyone wants a great map that's a challenge to play on, it's not easy. You're not going to be using big equipment on this. You're not going to be using big American equipment. You're not going to get an exit around these corners. But yeah, if you want sort of a challenging European map, I would highly recommend this one. It is available for consoles and PC. Geistal, I do always put links to Mod Hub in when I put maps up. So yeah. Thin Blue Line, hello. Farmhand Andy spoke well about you. Thought I would pop in while on break and show some support. Well, thank you so much, sir. Welcome in. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. That's if you subscribe. You know, if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, no, Farmhand Andy, he's a great guy. I enjoy his streams as well. So we're just picking up a bale trailer. Probably just lease it for now. Well, thank you so much, sir. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. I hope you're having a great day at work. And just a reminder to everyone that has jumped in, if you have jumped in and you haven't hit the like button yet, you could do that. That'd be fantastic. YouTube likes the like button. It'll be even better 3.5 hours from now. Well, let me guess, that'll be when you finish work? Yeah, it's always good to finish work. Good to have a job, and it's good to finish the job. Oh, thank you for joining as a farm manager. Thank you so much, sir. All Round Gamer, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. So I'm trying to drive and read the chat at the same time. You know, you usually know how that ends up. Hence the reason why I don't usually stream ATS or ETS. So yeah, I gave Ultimate Farmer, that's the new game that's under development for, it's a farming simulator game, in case you guys haven't heard. There are some, a group of modders that have become disillusioned with farming simulator and have decided to make their own game with a bit more realism. And they were putting out suggestions, and one of the suggestions I gave a couple of suggestions. One of them was to have some sort of consequences for you know, damaging fences or buildings or something like that, you know, a financial penalty, which doesn't help me when I'm streaming, that's for sure. And yep, thank you, Thin Blue Line. Thank you so much for jumping in. You have a fantastic day, sir. And yeah, countdown's on to the end of the day, so enjoy it. Yeah, it is. It would be extremely hard. So yeah, yeah, in a ditch, stuck or flipping. Yeah, that's usually what happens when I'm reading chat and driving. And the other suggestion I did was that maybe they look at investigating. Yeah, I was saying for, say, something like Ultimate Farmer 2. You know, that maybe they should look at the ETS, ATS way of doing things, where the actual game is only ever updated. You never have to purchase a new game, but you buy map expansions. And, you know, I think Giants could do it with this game. Yeah, the game engine can be updated, but at the end of the day, you're paying a lot of money for a new badge and coat of paint, really. Yeah, when most of these updates, you know, all these improvements to the game could be done as updates. And yeah, they charge people for maps, new maps, like they do with the you know, the Kinlag DLC, and just keep producing new maps all the time. But yeah, for Ultimate Farmer, they're actually working on having, you know, basically similar to Flight Sim, where most buttons would be operational inside the cab. Thin Blue Line, yeah, I'm actually from New Zealand. So we're a little bit further, west of, no, east of Australia. Yeah. So, yeah, close, but not quite. Hey, easy there, BJNZ. I made the mistake once of calling in a Canadian an American. That didn't go down well. Yeah, we get on well with our Australian cousins. Ah, nice. Yeah. So yeah, you'd know about Australia quite a bit then. Yeah, this is the only trouble with this kind of loader, and when you've got the bales sitting like that, is they sort of flip quite quickly, and yeah, you're not picking them up properly. A little enough to get me in trouble. Yeah, look, I understand. Like the Australian and New Zealand accents are very, very similar. I know. If you're an Australian or a New Zealand, you can tell the accents apart very, very easily. But for me, it's like American and Canadian accents. Um, they sound very, very similar. Like I say, I once accused a Canadian of being an American. That went down really well. Um, and sorry if there's anyone from Canada listening, but honestly, the only way I can really tell the difference between a Canadian or American accent is I think a Canadian accent is more American than American accent is. Um, that's basically the way I hazard the guess if I have to try and guess. Don't get me wrong, a Southern American accent is very distinct. Um, but yeah, if you're sort of talking about more the northern parts of the Americas, that's I suppose it makes sense. Be very similar. Quite like this Unimog for just doing little jobs like this, to be honest. It's the first time I've used it like this, but it's really good. Blue line, that's me, southeast, right above Florida. Nice. Yeah, I've got a good friend of the channel, Cajun Savage Gaming. He's from I've completely forgotten the state he's in. That's terrible. Louisiana, there we go. From Louisiana, and yeah, great streamer. Unimog is one of my favorite vehicles. I use it a lot for field work. Yeah, I haven't actually used it much for field work, to be honest, but I decided on this map that that's what I was going to do. So actually enjoying it. It's doing quite a good job. I don't run into a tree. Yes, yeah, a bit like Lancashire and Yorkshire. Yes. Yes, you don't get those mixed up, do you? Don't dare get those mixed up. Let's see, I should maybe do some you know. Hey, Thin Blue Line, you've just got yourself another subscriber. And I've just put your link up in the chat. So yeah, if anyone wants to check out Thin Blue Line, definitely do that. He's like he's got some fantastic videos. Can't wait to check out the channel. Now I'll put a few more links in. And not a problem, Thin Blue Line. I just put up FS Farmer's link. He's just started streaming again. He does fantastic job with horseplay and auto drive. He is fantastic at it. He has so many different vehicles all working at the same time, and they all work so well. It's definitely worth checking out some of his past streams, especially if you want to learn how to use auto drive. No worries, Sin Blue Line. Thank you for jumping in. Appreciate it. And we've just put in Eric the Crazy Vikings link as well. Check out his channel. Does some great streams. Streams with his son as well. So definitely worth checking out. Yeah, share. Sorry, catching up on the chat. You love Cajun's accent. Yeah, he's got that slow French style. You know, it's sort of like, yeah. Amazing state. Amazing history for that state. Now, let's see where we got to go. So, always happy to put people's links up. If I have forgotten, just let me know and I can put your link up. Hey, All Round Gamer, hello, welcome in. The map is a Geistal. And it is available on Mod Hub for PC and for console. And thank you to our new subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Thank you for subscribing. Hope your day is going well. Let's see, straw. Oh, we go to the BGA. Okay. Tag that place. Let's have a look at the map, see how I can get there. I'm still learning my way around this map, to be honest. BGA, where's the little flashy thing for the BGA? Oh, it's right down there. Ooh, that's going to be fun. That means we've got to go right through town. Right up the main street. Okay, this is going to be fun. Hey, Cher, yeah, I'm feeling a bit better. Still got the hay fever, but yeah, we're decided to stream anyway. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fit through the gate. This could be fun, people. You could get your money's worth. Oh dear. Now you guys know exactly what side of the road I'm used to driving on. Yep, the UK side. Yeah, steering wheel should have told me to go on the other side, but it didn't. Hey, Carl. Good morning. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a good morning. And just to remind everyone, if you could hit that like button, that'd be fantastic. Thanks. Trying to figure out the best way to get into the city, because I've actually got to get right into the middle of the city, or the village. And the roads aren't very wide. Yeah, I did give a brief tour of this map when we first came onto it on our first stream. You guys are more than welcome to check that out, but you're about to see the village again. I want to think, I don't think I'm going to get in through the main gates. I don't think they're wide enough. But yeah, I think a lot of thought's been put into the road network as well. You feel like you're actually driving quite a distance, which is quite a nice feeling. This is a standard size map, so it's not a 4x map. Yes, I'm just trying to remember my tour and trying to think of a way I can get up to that BGA. I think it's going to be fun. So we're coming into the village here. Very much a mountain village. I'll jump out so you guys can see it a bit better. So that's the gate stitch that I would have to try and squeeze through. I don't think I'm going to get through it with that trailer on. Now let's see if we can find a different way in. But yeah, he's got barges and everything in it. We can see the BGA up there. Got to try and find a way to get up to it. Okay, I think that might be the way up, is into there. All the places to put a BGA. Maybe reversing. Yeah, he's got a wall jutting out there. Just dodge that. Yeah, I think reversing into the BGA could be a good idea. Whoops. We won't talk about that pedestrian. We never saw that pedestrian. No one saw that. Adam Hussein, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Locals are probably going farmers with a few expletives. Yeah, fortunately, the collector doesn't have a suppose we should technically weigh ourselves so we can get paid. What's that reading? All right, a bit of weight through there. Max Balderson, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Grumpy Grey Gaming, good morning. How are you? Hope your morning's going well. And Max, going good, awesome. Yeah, Grumpy, I'm okay. Still a bit sinusy, still got a bit of a hay fever, headache and all that, but just feeling a bit better than I did last week. Last week, yeah, I was just came close to doing the streaming, and it was just sort of like, I can't. Yeah, it was sort of like, I owe you guys a decent stream, and if I can't give you, at least 80%, then yeah, I don't feel comfortable doing a stream. Okay, that didn't work, did it? I thought that would have been where you would have tipped the straw in, but really, it is right down the bottom here. So, yeah, word of warning, maybe use something to actually wheel it up, especially if you're on console. Because if you're on console, you don't have these magic commands. Or super strength. I was hoping that it would be sort of up near, the... But yeah, you've got to get it right down the bottom there. So there we go, we know for next time. Max Balderson, unfair. Yeah. That's the way it is, though. And Grumpy Grey, enjoying my second day off and my last 2 days overtime tomorrow and Saturday. Yep. Awesome. So yeah, I do have a mod, the Lumberjack mod, PC only, I'm sorry, but it does give you super strength. You hold the Alt button. So I would recommend, if you're going to be using the BGA, is yeah, maybe you could get away with a forage wagon. Not too sure, but bales is, if you're going to have bales, you need to have a front loader or something like that to chuck them into the... If I get stumped somewhere, jump in my vehicle from the map. Yeah. Except Clever Clogs here decided he was going to use the mod that wouldn't allow you to jump to vehicles. So do I do the realistic thing and try and extract the trailer out and drop it back at the dealership, or do I just drop it here and tell the dealers to pick it up from here? See, that could be a good game mechanic. If you return it to the dealer, you get a deposit back. If you just drop it off and get the dealer to pick it up, then you don't get a deposit back. That way actions have consequences. If you want to be lazy, then you can, but it will cost you some money. Yeah, they do. They do. They do have the bale and lift. That's thanks to Yoss. He's an amazing modder. So yeah, this is the village, complete with a monastery, which is actually the winery as well, which makes sense. But it's just, so you've got the goat in the middle of the road there. That's basically the extent of the map edge. But it just looks like it just keeps going on, it's just... he's done a great job. He really has. If you guys have been with the channel for a while, you know my thing for map edges, and yeah, he's really done a fantastic job. Hey, share. Yep. I will actually just check the parts, and once I know the parts are all there, I will build it on a stream. So yeah, looking forward to that. And if there are some parts missing, I will reach out to Lego and see if I can get those parts. I'm sure that there's no parts missing, but yeah, just need to just double check. I think I did the wrong turn. This kind of reminds me of when I was driving a truck around Wellington and I took a wrong turn. That didn't go well either. Yeah, Share, yeah, I understand completely, Share, and thank you so much for thinking about me. Yeah, so the map is Geistal. Link to the mod hub page is in the description. Available for both PC and console. Why have I got ads? I don't know. Are you do you have a YouTube subscription or anything like that? Otherwise, the stream is monetized. So there will be the occasional ads. In theory, the ads should play on half a screen and stream should stay on, but I'm not 100% confident that that's actually happening with YouTube. Hey Robert, welcome in, watching from Scotland. Awesome, mate. Thank you so much. Welcome. We have a few from the UK here, but I'll be honest, not too many from Scotland. I've actually got a couple of series. I'll be streaming Kinleg tomorrow, and I've actually got a video series I'm doing in Kinleg as well. I do really enjoy the map. I can only see that when it goes on. Yeah, I just monetized so I could get a little bit of extra cash, and I've been busy building up some equipment to do some live streaming. There's a vintage tractor show coming up next month, middle of next month, and I was wanting to put some footage together of that and then put it up on YouTube for you guys to enjoy. So the ads and all that help a little bit. I'm not making a fortune. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. But yeah, a little bit of extra cash helps do things. AI. That's one of the suggestions for Ultimate Farmer is better AI. Yeah, my grandmother was actually descended from Scottish people that immigrated to New Zealand. So yeah, she wasn't born in Scotland, but we've got that Scottish attachment. Yeah, Max, it's the Unimog. Decided to use it a bit like a tractor. Okay, well, that didn't go perfectly, but it went better than I thought it would, actually, to be honest. Very tight once you have to get into the village area there. And that's where all the bakeries are too, so we will be going there quite often to deliver the flour. Yeah, so this is the Giants DLC pack that we've got, but I believe there is a Unimog that you can get that people rate very highly in ModHub. Yeah, I quite like the Unimog. This is the first time I've used it for actual farm work. So, but yeah, it seems to do the job really well. Definitely been using it a fair bit. Look at the fuel gauge. I really like the elevation changes in this map, and I think the road network is fantastic. Yeah, welcome to the 49 that are watching on our horizontal stream at the moment. Thank you everyone for joining. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If you are, hit that like button. Basically it tells YouTube to share the stream with other people, and yeah, it's always good. Yep, I think that's where it is set, is the Alps. But yeah, I think possibly the German side of the Alps, but it is an absolute stunning map. I don't think it's a real location, but it's definitely a stunning map. So I guess the next thing to have to do would be to look at cultivating the fields. So the field prices aren't too bad. That's a fairly large field, 2.5 hectare for 218. Slightly smaller field for 56. Another field there, 54. So field prices aren't too horrendous. Wrong button. So I was actually doing some research for the series I'm doing in Kinlake. And I was just wanting to know the difference between the different cultivators. So did some research, and these fine cultivators apparently do a better job at breaking up the soil into smaller pieces, but they can get clogged up if you're cultivating through stubble and that sort of thing. But they don't require as much horsepower as the disc harrows. Apparently the disc harrows are really good for cutting through stubble. So if you ever wondered why you have the different kinds of cultivators, that's why. So he's even got a walking path here with people that are usually getting in the way when I'm trying to cross the walking path with the vehicle. But there's even a parking lot at the bottom of the walking path, so there's a reason for people to be here. Min Galev, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So yeah, I'm not too sure how long the fruit or the harvest I've done will last at the watermill. So just to refresh everyone, we've got a watermill down here. Where is it? Yeah, just here. Okay, so we've already got a couple of lots of flour. So yeah, this is the watermill. He's even got the wheel turning the right way for the water flow. And looks absolutely stunning. No, Kyle, it's not the starter farm. Happy to take you over to have a look at what the starter farm is, because the starter farm is absolutely stunning. It's an amazing farm. Yeah, we'll go to the fire department. So we have a fire department, in case you do want to do a bit of role playing. I did think about getting some fire engines to stick in there, but yeah, starter farm is actually just up here. So usually you start off with this field here. I just wanted to be a bit different. I've been doing animals for a long time, and I just didn't want to have animals to have to look after. So I think everything opens up. So yeah. So this is the actual starter farm. And I think he's done a great job. You know, he's got it's what you would expect to see in a farm like this: old buildings merged with new buildings. He's obviously knocked down this building and put in a new building, but he's incorporated it into this pigsty here. So this is all on the starter farm. So you start off with pigs and chickens and cows. Very detailed. So yeah, you got your cows out here. And you also start off with an apple orchard. The map comes with apples as one of the fruit on it. Yeah, thanks FS Farmer for joining. Appreciate it. You have a good day. Yeah, what your Thursday is starting. So yeah, have a good day. So yeah, this is the starter farm. Absolutely amazing place to start. But like I say, I wanted to do something a bit different to animals. I'd done animals for a long time, so that's why I decided to start off with a different farm. There is a whole heap of farms on the map. So you got a farm here, you got a farm right next door there. You got another farm there, I think. Farm down, or up there, I should say. This is another farm. This is what I'm sort of doing, is an arable type farm. Another small farm up there. And even down here, he's even put in, so you've got a house there that you can live in, and that's a small farm there, in the middle of the village. So just amazing where he's managed to fit things in. But yeah, there's even a map that you can do as a contractor. He's got the construction yards, so you could start off as a contractor, or maybe I think there's some mods that lets you do communal work. So you could start off from there and grow from there. So it's a very, very, very versatile map, depending on what you want to do. Very much animal focused, but if you don't want to do animals, you can find a farm that will allow you to do something else. And that's the farm that I found up here. And that's I just love the views. I wanted to get the height. I love the views. Oh, he's even incorporated the ferry. So down here, yeah, there's the ferry, goes across. So you go down this road, pick up the ferry, and then cross over, and you can then carry on up the side of the river. So he's even built that into it. Very impressive. I say if you're into big American equipment, definitely not the map for you. But if you want a challenging map with great elevation changes, great scenery, then definitely I would say check out this map. But I think I've reached the end of my stream, how much I can do at the moment. I will probably, all going well, we'll be streaming this again next week on Thursday my time, Thursday morning for virtually everyone else. And yeah, I think we'll be jumping across and doing some cultivating and maybe some sowing of cover crops. And maybe selling off some of our produce from this as well. But yeah, thank you to everyone that has joined tonight. Thank you to our new subscribers. We've had a couple more since I last looked. 1968 now, only 2 away from 1970. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, if you could, that'd be great. Be nice to hit that 1970 mark. But thank you to everyone that's joined. Do appreciate it. My apologies for not streaming for last week. But thank you to everyone for sticking with me. Do appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed the map. And yeah, we will hopefully, all going well, stream again tomorrow with the Kinlag map where we're building the castle. So until next time, have a good day, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world, and whatever time you're watching this. And until next time, bye.